What's up, YouTube? Mr. Ferguson back once again here from Central North Carolina. Thank you so much for checking out the video today. I haven't talked a whole lot about my own lawn in a while. I have been obsessed and focused on the season of working on the Bermuda up at the church. I have, as you know, thoroughly enjoyed it. Almost, I wouldn't say converted. I still love my fescue, but I am leaning more towards loving that iron cutter because it's obviously in season right now. But we're not going to talk about that today. I'm going to make this one just about my lawn. For those that like the fescue, this is a fescue-ish channel. We're going to talk about both types of grass, warm season and cool, on this channel henceforth. Working on some other stuff for the project lawn at the time of filming this one on Tuesday when that video about expanding has come out. I'm going to go up there a little later today and possibly expand it a little more. Probably won't film it. We'll catch you guys up on Friday with whatever I got going on at that time. I like to keep it live. Like, this is what I'm currently working on. So I'll do things during the week sometimes. Won't film because I like working in the lawn just like you guys. But we'll catch you up on Friday. So tune in on, this will be the Friday video. So maybe on Tuesday, So anyways, let's look at my turf type tall fescue, my GCI grass out here. And man, we have gotten some rain. I'll talk more about it as I show you the lawn. So I'm doing this one in 4K. I think that I definitely want to do 4K up at the church. I feel like it's just not capturing the awesomeness of that warm season Bermuda. But anyways, you'll notice my lawn, you got a little color scheme going on in my lawn right now. It's definitely long. I did not get to cut it before we got 2 inches of rain yesterday. The gutters were overflowing. Here's a video I sent to my brother. It was just overflowing with water, and so thank you, Jesus, for the rain. This has been a very unique summer where we've gotten rain when we need it, exactly when we've needed it. This summer we got it early spring. You guys saw we were in drought mode early, but now we're getting rain almost very consistently every week. So we got 2 inches yesterday. I mean, it was literally floods coming down my driveway and everything. So today you can see the effects of that in our mulch, where all the water has just washed the mulch down, and it needs to be straightened up and fixed. But I didn't get to cut the grass before all that rain came. Didn't know that was going to happen. And so the grass is definitely probably at 4 or above 4 inches tall and needs to be mowed, but it's too wet to do that today. So not going to get on a wet lawn. But you'll also notice that the color, there's some like tingy brown to it. Some of that is from where we were needing rain, and it started to show a little bit of brown in the dirt. But also I put down some 700 green effect with iron, 6% iron, and a little bit of urea. And as I walk out here, it's definitely squishy. I got my rain boots on. The 700 green effect actually didn't do a great job this time. It kind of made it look dirty, if you will. It absorbed it. It made it look, quote, darker, but it didn't make it look better. So anyways, you'll see that it just looks kind of nasty. It needs to be mowed, but this over here is really where we were lacking rain and we needed rain. It almost looks like it wants to be fungusy. If I get in here with the fisheye, you can see it looks like it wants to be fungus, but I did spray when I put down the 700 green effect. I did also put down azoxystrobin, propiconazole, so I'm hoping that's not fungus. We have had a whole lot of rain recently, so I'm going to be paying attention to that. If it starts spreading and getting worse, we'll definitely need to do another application to make sure we cure that. We continue to be super thin in the Mountain View seed areas in the back, but in the middle of the lawn, we're looking pretty good. We got little sporadic weeds here and there in my fescue because our pre-emergent has run out. We're getting closer to fall time, right? We're mid-summer, I would say. So we're getting closer to when most people are going to start planning for their aeration. You're planning to buy your seed. You're planning on what you want to do in the fall time. If we're going to stay this thick, and I can survive with this through August into September, I'm not going to overseed. I'm going to go with the fall pre-emergent this year and just ride it, because I'm more focused on the iron cutter as it is. I probably won't do an overseed, maybe a light overseed, and that's it, or maybe just an overseed without aeration, if you will, possibly early, and then do fall pre-emergent. I don't know. I've got options if I can retain a lot of this fescue grass. The Mountain View seed, we definitely, again, that's another thing. I want to replant the Mountain View seed. It's definitely thinned out, as you can see. It's too hot. It's too humid in North Carolina. And this is not because of the grass type. I know that now. It's just because of where we live. It is difficult to maintain this, just like it was at the project lawn. That's why we're playing around with the iron cutter and testing that out. But as I walk up here, you'll just notice it's very long. We took the lawn striper off a long time ago, so not adding the additional stress of trying to stripe the lawn. But it looks good. Please don't get me wrong. It looks fantastic for July. When we get water, when we get rain, the lawn looks great. And you're mowing it without a lawn striper just to get it through the summer, and it's doing its job. It's doing real fun, a great job. The Japanese maple continuing to look awesome. I continue to love this tree. Haven't even come out here and looked at it a whole lot, but we're still getting insects biting on the leaves, it looks like. But the deer is not messing with this one, so I'm pleased about that. But ultimately, it's just kind of on cruise control. We still got Bermuda that's popped up from when we had those really high drought months and weeks of lack of rain on our bank. We've got a lot of common Bermuda that infiltrated. And to be honest with you guys, I am very much considering where I can try some iron cutter here at the house to play with. I love playing with it that much. I considered, comment below what your thoughts are, I considered going ahead and putting some on the bank. Yes, I know. Mr. Ferguson, if you put Bermuda in your front yard, it's going to expand, and that fescue's... I know. So I thought about that. I also thought about over in front of the vehicles over here on the side of the house. It gets a lot of sun, and then the sun kind of goes, depends on the time of year. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. I probably won't do anything drastic like that. But anyways, yeah, just something I'm considering. Comment below. It just really, iron cutter, guys, is teaching me that it is the grass type for North Carolina. It really, truly is. It's disease resistant. It's heat and drought resistant. It holds its color longer in fall. It greens up really early in spring. You don't have to cut it at 0.25 inches, but you can. You can also cut it at 1.5, 2 inches. So I don't know. And then you can spray the weeds. You can literally spray it in the winter with Roundup, with Kills All, and kill all the weeds out of it without harming the Bermuda. So there's multiple things you can do that I can't do in fescue. There's pros and cons, right? Again, you can see the bank out here. But my lawn, but again, it took me forever to establish this fescue, and it is a unique lawn. And it's totally different than anybody else in my entire subdivision. Nobody has fescue like this. So do I really want to give that up? Or do I want to have a section of iron cutter like over here to the side of my house? I don't really know what I want to do. I just want to let you know I'm considering it, because it would be cool to play with that here during the summer while this is on cruise control, instead of having to drive up and be excited to play with the project lawn. Yes, I'm helping the church, the playground, my wife, giving back to the Lord, donating a lot of time and money to the church, but it'd be cool to have that right outside my front lawn. So I am considering, you've seen this. This is about all to show you in my lawn, but like this section, to do maybe a small section right here. It does get super hot here, so maybe something from like the edge of the tree forward, do this square, and have a small section here. He's already got warm season grass that's trying to infiltrate, so why not maybe play around with iron cutter right here as a small section. I don't know, see if we like it. It's very flat. It wouldn't be tough to level this. It wouldn't be tough to mow this. It's not bumpy. It's not major hills. So that's why I was thinking about this. I know when we talk about back in the shade area, the iron cutter may not do as well. Maybe in the winter months, in the early spring, when the trees don't have its leaves, the iron cutter will get the sun, it'll do better. It would struggle under those trees, so probably wouldn't mess with the back section. We'd leave that fescue. But I'm just brainstorming, just thinking. So anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on that. But that's kind of where we stand in my lawn. I'm curious, video wise, I think I've kind of messed up my channel, because my channel used to be 100% always cool season lawn, and we've introduced this iron cutter, and I really feel like a lot of you guys have now that we've gotten down in the project, you've seen some progress. You're like, oh crap, this is actually looking pretty decent. It's like, this is something. I feel like even the cool season people, I've got your attention a little bit to pay attention to that. And I can't believe I am where I am with the iron cutter. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. So that's kind of where we stand here, you know, at my home. Yeah, I've got to fix this gutter. It was literally overflowing with water, so there's got to be something stuck in there and just water coming everywhere. But yeah, it looks, I mean, we're looking fantastic for July. Very, very good for July, because we're getting rain. I don't need to do anything but mow the grass. I don't need to put down hydrotane. I don't need to put down hydro holder. I don't need to put down CK. I don't need to put any biostimulants down. You just mow the grass if you're getting water. But if you're not getting water, that's where you're trying to help out. All right, what does the lawn need? And I'm telling you, messing with this iron cutter, the cost of the fungicides, you know, what it costs to overseed every year for a bag of seed, you know, to aerate. Obviously you would aerate, you would sand the iron cutter, so there's that cost there. But with weeds, very simple to deal with weeds in a cool season lawn, or excuse me, a warm season lawn. More difficult to pick out and target it sometimes in a fescue lawn, but you also got the disease factor. And the iron cutter would do well in the high heat that we constantly and more increasingly are getting in North Carolina. So I'm really on the fence, guys, thinking about this. I'm not talking about converting everything, but let me know your comments below. But my lawn's doing really well. I hope yours is doing well as well. And we're getting tons of rain here, so hope you guys are enjoying the content. Not a whole lot to show you. We will definitely be out on the next video in the iron cutter, messing with it again. I am expanding that out a little bit. We'll update you on how it's looking, but also working on something in the background that maybe will be a huge video and change for that area. Don't know. I'll let you know when I know something. So anyways, from Central North Carolina, that's kind of where we stand and what we're dealing with. A wet, soggy lawn that has to now dry out and soon, very soon, be cut. So stay on the fungicides, keep sharpening your blades. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next one.